Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it
Why'd I go small? I don't know why I came up so small, but I did. Hold on one second. Let me move this mirror. I didn't notice that this light was right here. Vincent didn't pull in his seat. He was talking to his mom after work. It was just my circle light. It was just in the way, so I figured I would move it, and I'll turn on my light behind me because I forgot to do that too. But welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Tanya. This is Titanium Built, and it's good to meet you. It's good to see you guys. I thought I left this light on earlier, but I guess I actually turned it off. So I'm going to turn that one on really quick. Oh, that's just the dog. So welcome in, everybody. We do have some updates coming out of the Nancy's case, and we need to get into those. But if you're just now joining us, Nancy Guthrie went missing from her home on January 31st. She was last seen. She did not show up for church the morning of the 1st, and her church friend called her family and said, hey, she didn't make it to church. There must be something going on. I guess she's never missed church. She was not a church misser. So, but thank you again for being with me tonight. I do appreciate it. If you guys don't mind, take a second, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to head towards 25,000 subscribers, and we'll get on with tonight's case. But we do have an arrest, so there is that. We do have that. We had that. We did learn some things coming out of the press conference today, and we're going to go over those. There's an updated timeline that we're going to go over. I want to go over the updated timeline because I think it's going to tell us some stuff. So we'll go over that. Let me download it really quick. as it's downloading, we will. Oh, that didn't take long at all. Never mind. So what we'll do is we will go over to the Pima County Sheriff's Department. They have an official X account. I didn't know that. But they did put out a couple. They put out a notice, and I don't think this will probably have to do with any of you guys, but we'll go through it. Hey, Casey. Yeah, you caught this live. The last live, we were all, their sheriff, he's something else, isn't he? He's just something else. He's ready to be around. So, and welcome in, everyone. Hey, Space Junkie. It's good to see you. Hey, TM. So, I did put on the community post that I was going live earlier today because I have an early appointment tomorrow. So I have to be out of town at 7:40 tomorrow. Lucky me. So we're doing the live a little bit early tonight. Sorry. I'm usually more prepared than this, but these classes they're just okay. Something's on them. I don't know what's on them. I'm like, I don't know what's on them. I only need one spectacle to work, but that's fine. I'm gonna have Vincent clean those again. I think I get like my lip gloss or something on them. Hey, Higgins. Hey, Jet Set. I saw someone else. Hey, Wicked. I saw some people coming in. So like I said, the Pima County has their own X account. I was trying to find them over on Facebook, which I'm sure that they have a Facebook account as well. But it just says here that I guess that people are calling into their law enforcement lines, giving their condolences. And they're just asking people to not do that. They're the police. They're not going to go tell Savannah that you're giving what? You know what I mean? Like, that's just a little out there. Like, they shouldn't have even had to make this statement, but they did. The Pima County Sheriff's Department understands that many people want to share their thoughts and prayers with the family of Nancy Guthrie, and we appreciate the community support. We respectfully ask that these messages be shared on social media and not through the PCSD non-emergency phone line. Calls expressing condolences have overwhelmed our communication staff, and it's crucial that the line remain available for law enforcement purposes. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation as we continue to serve the community. Now, why could we get a letter like this from Judge Hippler in the Idaho 4 case when he went into court that day steaming? Because people were calling in their non-emergency tip line wanting to know why Brian Koberger wasn't giving us the who, what, when, where, and why. They couldn't give us a nice little message like that. No, they yelled at us. But if you want to get on here, I'll drop this link in there. I just wanted to show that they have it. It just said they did increase their reward. So people were getting confused and saying that the family put up a reward for $2,500. That wasn't the family. They normally don't have the families put up rewards. And I'm not sure why. I don't know if that's because people, if they put up such a large reward, maybe somebody would try to do something like a ransom like we have here. I'm not sure, but they did up it to $50,000. The FBI did. So they're offering a reward up to $50,000 for information leading to the recovery of Nancy and or the arrest and conviction of anyone involved in her disappearance. So they're not, and the FBI is not messing around. Like today, when they came in on the press conference, I was a little relieved. He had his notes. He had his notes ready. And that was live press briefing. If you guys didn't watch that today, it was pretty long. They answered a lot of questions. And then this is where they were telling the media to start media staging area. Look, they got to put their own staging area. Is that on top of houses? I'll be damned if it is. I'm trying to see where that would, they put them around the corner. Well, that's where I guess that's where they're going, around the corner, down the road and around the corner. Okay. So let's read through this criminal complaint. They arrested Derek Calella. I guess I'm saying that right. He is from LA, and he is the one that he's the smart guy that decided to put in a ransom note during a freaking criminal case. And not just any criminal case. The kidnapping of an 84-year-old woman. I don't really know what's worse. The elderly, I mean, because elderly and the kids, you just don't mess with, you know? So FBI comes in, swoops him up real quick. I'm like, I like that. You know, we're getting things done. We're getting things done around here. And I think I'm saying his name right. Cal-Ella. Cal-Ella. Yeah. And I do have some more information on him too. So he's not, he likes money. Let's just say that. So docket number, magistrate number, complaint statement of facts constituting the offense or violation. So he's got 2 counts here. And it says on or about, this is count 1, February 4th, 2026, defendant Derek Calella, with the intent to transmit a demand for ransom, did transmit in interstate or foreign commerce any communication containing any demand or request for a ransom or reward for the release of any kidnapped person. And it gives the violation, that, you know, the title, that it's code, and it's the USC. You in big boy trouble. I mean, a ransom. I want to see the ransom note. Like, they said it was email though, didn't they? So I guess it wouldn't look like, you know, like one of those old school, you know, notes. But did he not think that they couldn't track him back by his IP address within 2 seconds? Did he not use someone else's computer, not go to a public library or something? Or I don't know. They probably have cameras at the library, but would have been a lot better than his house. So then count 2, on or about February 4th, 2026, defendant, Derek Kaala, in interstate or foreign communications, made a telephone call and utilized a telecommunications device, whether or not conversation or communication ensues, without disclosing his identity, with the intent to abuse, threaten, or harass any specific person, and then gives the violation. Let's see who he was calling, shall we? I think I know. I know who he called. Sorry, if you can hear my drink. So this is continued on pages 2 and 3. They're the basis of the complaint charge. We'll read that in just a moment. But just as detention request, being duly swore, I declare that the foregoing is true and correct on the best of my knowledge. Okay. And it's signed by Carrie Witherspoon. Digital signed. I guess they can do that nowadays. Signature of magistrate, doesn't have one, but should. And then February 5th, 2025. So the United States of America versus Derek Calella. Man, oh my, that gives me willies. Just saying it, right? You're in trouble. United States of America. And then President Trump's in on this too. Oh man, he'll probably send you back where your ancestors came from. I don't even know. I'm just saying, don't come after me. I'm just making a joke about that. So, okay. Now, this is going to talk about Nancy. So it says here, the disappearance of NG, which we know who NG is. NG is going to be Nancy. I'm going to call her Nancy. Nancy was last seen inside her residence in the Catalina Foothills community outside Tucson, Arizona on January 31st, 2026. Nancy is an 84-year-old woman with mobility issues that likely preclude her from walking long distances unassisted. On the morning of February 1st, 2026, a friend of Nancy's contacted the victim's family and notified them that Nancy had not attended church that morning. At approximately noon on February 1st, 2026, Nancy's family entered her residence and determined that she was missing and reported her disappearance to law enforcement. Law enforcement arrived shortly thereafter and determined that Nancy had left basic essentials inside her home, including her wallet, car, cell phone, hearing aid, and medication. I didn't hear about the hearing aid before, so that's a big one. That's something you take out right before you go to bed. Oh my gosh, what? Oh my, never mind. I'm not going to go there. What if she couldn't hear them come up on her? Like if she was sleeping and she didn't have her hearing aids in. Oh my goodness, Nancy. I feel like Nancy's like everybody's mother right now in America and beyond. If they hurt one more hair on her head because she's already bleeding going out, we're assuming out. I'm assuming out. So yeah, her hearing aid. Wow. And I was thinking about this earlier during the during the blood pressure. I was gonna say during the press conference. My blood pressure goes up. Like I don't have blood pressure problems. Like I'm not on medication for blood pressure, but my blood pressure will go like pretty high when I go to like just the doctor, like the dentist. Like there's been times that they won't work on me for a while. They'll be like, you guys sit here and cool off for a little bit and like get your blood pressure down. And to me, that's just because, like I'm walking quick and I'm like, oh, I gotta go to the dentist, I'm nervous. I could only imagine her blood pressure right now. It has to be, I think she's a strong, resilient woman, but it has to be through the roof. So it says Nancy's blood was found out or on the outside of her residence near the porch. Okay, so it doesn't say inside on there, but it doesn't have to. On February 2nd, 2026, KOLD, a CBS affiliate in Tucson, Arizona, received a ransom demand via their online tip portal. The demand listed a Bitcoin wallet address to receive the ransom payment. On February 4th, 2026, Nancy's family published a video asking Nancy's kidnappers to contact them about their mother. And he told them in the letter that he had till today. And if they couldn't get it today by 5, they had till next Monday. Like, I've never heard of a ransom letter having 2 different dates that you can drop off the money. This guy's on drugs. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it. It's drugs. It has to be. Has to be. Because nobody in their right mind thinks like that. So counts 1 and 2, on or about February 4th, 2026, shortly after the video was published, AC and TC, which is the daughter and son-in-law, so Annie and, is it Thomas, of Nancy, both separately received a text message, and it's redacted, but from the following number, and it ends in 0552, stating, did you get the Bitcoin or something, waiting on our end for the transaction. They both received those texts while in Arizona. That makes me a little suspicious. Why only them 2 received the messages? Why not Savannah? Why not her brother? Why just the sister? And why the brother-in-law or the son-in-law? I mean, I keep mixing them up, but it's because it's Savannah's brother-in-law. And like, yeah, that's why I keep messing them up. So that's kind of weird. That is, I will say that's weird. Because, I mean, maybe because they live there. That could be why. Because they live there, And like whoever did do this, they may know how to get their number. How would they? I don't know how they would even get their number. Because like, I don't, that's weird. Okay, law enforcement was able to determine through open source methods, okay, here we go, that the 0552 number was associated with a voice over internet protocol text and call application that allows user to obtain another phone number for their mobile device separate from the number assigned to them by their wireless carrier. Kind of like I have a Google number and I also have like a Text Now account. That was if we did like call-ins or something, I got that. So like Text Now would be like one of those where you just get a fake number when you sign up for it. The number was registered to the following email address, and it was his name. The records also indicated that the 0552 number had been accessed from the following IP address, and it gives the following IP address. It says the 103 IP address, so anything with 103 will be his. at approximately 6:02 p.m. on February 4th. Wow, okay. Law enforcement submitted an emergency disclosure request to the internet provider for the 103 IP address and determined the 103 IP address was associated with Kakela's residence in California. After Miranda warnings, Kakela admitted to sending the 2 text messages. Well, okay, if he was working with them, he would have told them right then. You know what I mean? Like if like Anne and Thomas and him were all like, one big, if they were in this together, like I think that right there, he'd be like, I ain't in this alone. Especially when it says United States of America above your name, verse above your no, I'm going down by myself if that was the case. So it says he admitted using the VoIP or VoIP, I don't know how you say it, account from which 2 actual text messages came from. Kakela stated that he pulled family information from a cyber website and that he'd been following along and watching TV. So the 2 things that he had mentioned was the blood on the porch, I believe, wasn't it? No, maybe the blood on the porch. I know the porch light was one of them. That wasn't the other one though. It wasn't the blood. It was something else. I don't think it was the blood. But the 2 things that he knew, it was like we knew. I was like, it's going to be 2 things that you can look at that house and you can say that is on there or like in there, whether it's like decoration wise or something on the outside of it. Apple Watch. Thank you, Wesley. That's what it was. So the Apple Watch, which we knew about that from like, the beginning, there was word and speculation about that. And then the floodlights on the porch. So, and you can see a picture of the house and see those. So he didn't name anything that would have been like inside the house. Like life-size cactus plant. I don't know. I'm just saying because it's like Arizona. I don't know. I don't know if people have in Arizona in their homes. Like if they have, I'm sure their decor is different than Ohio, maybe, but you never know. But he gets their number from a cyber website, and I guess it was probably easier to get maybe her number than Savannah's number, because Savannah's a TV host and she probably has like her number changed every so often. It's probably, she's probably more hidden maybe. But it says when he said that he sent text messages, he was trying to see if the family would respond. No, you were wanting the family to respond. You were doing that for a response, not to see if they would respond. You were doing that to see when they would respond. Anybody whose mother's been kidnapped and there is a ransom that comes in, they're going to look at it. They're going to take it seriously, even if it's the biggest line of bullshit you ever heard, because you never know. It could, that 1% chance, right? And that's their mother. They're not going to take that chance. And that's why the cops, FBI was back over at, Annie's and her husband's, because they were putting together a video. So it says so data received shows that approximately 3 minutes after the text messages, Kakela called a family member of Nancy's, which lasted 9 seconds. Okay, who was that? The 2 messages have not been linked to the February 2nd, 2026 ransom demand. Could use different phone. Oh, man. Because if one of these is bogus, they're all bogus. I ain't believe there is like that. The percentage of that being true is like more. I mean, I would probably put my channel on the line. Like I'm not a gambling woman, but I mean, seriously, I have $1 right here. It's just been sitting here for like months. I will bet that $1. I'll bet that $1. So busted. Like, I mean, Criminals are dumb. I say that on, I think if I had like $1 for every time I say that on this channel, I could just probably retire at this point. But I mean, really, like he did this on his own computer in his own house, probably. That's probably how they got him. They probably just, the FBI probably said, Sheriff, hold my beer. Let me go arrest somebody real quick. And he was serious too. He was like definitely serious. Remember? He was so serious about that. Like, yeah. Okay. So this guy, Derek Anthony Calla, birthday 7/25/83. He's 42. I think they said he was. He's a thief. He likes to steal money. That's his thing, I guess. So we got this little article here, County of Los Angeles. LADA charges 13 LA County employees with stealing over $430,000 in unemployment benefits. Now, I'm just kidding. I was going to say it's stealing if they don't know. I'm just kidding. That's stealing. No. But it says here that the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office has charged 13 Los Angeles County employees from 7 different agencies with felony grand theft for stealing a combined $437,383 in state unemployment benefits between 2020 and 2023. And I bet you that's just like one county. That's probably not even Los Angeles County, the whole county. So as government employees, we have an obligation to uphold the public's trust. So when a civil servant steals from the government, that trust is broken. I don't know what he did for the city. The scale of fraud in these cases is shocking, spanning 7 different county agencies. I'm surprised, including employees whose very job was to help the public determine whether they were eligible for public benefits. And you're stealing them. Most egregiously, these individuals allegedly claimed to be unemployed during the COVID pandemic when millions of Californians were legitimately in need of unemployment benefits. I thank Los Angeles County Auditor Controller Oscar Valles for his partnership and commitment to holding government employees accountable. Today, we are putting all government employees on notice. If you steal from taxpayers, you will be prosecuted. Don't be stealing in Los Angeles. Each of the 13 employees were charged with 1 felony count of grand theft and 1 lesser included misdemeanor offense. So while working for the Los Angeles County and receiving county paychecks between 2020 and 2023, the defendants allegedly submitted fraudulent unemployment insurance claims. Great. Which were falsely claimed under penalty of perjury, and they earned less than $600 per week during each 2-week claim period. Well, that's a lot more than in Ohio, I think. So it says, while any fraud against public benefit programs is a violation, fraud committed in county workforce members taking advantage of enhanced public assistance benefits during a public health emergency is particularly egregious. And it is. I remember California, like they were running out of like a lot of stuff over there. Like all the things. They should have been helping them residents. I remember they couldn't even like get like masks, like certain certain masks. Thank you, Kelly, for the super sticker. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. I thought I saw something on this side of I didn't though. It's not on this one. It's on my other one. I thought I saw something yellow. It's so weird. Thank you. Yeah, he's one of these. That's why I'm talking about it. Sorry. I'm talking about this because it's a secret. It's a secret. I won't tell you. But yeah, he pretty much was stealing. He stole a lot too. I mean, not as much as some of the other guys. I mean, we got some totals up in like what 57,000. I think you topped the cake, Chandra Tisdale. Yeah, you did. But he took 9,984. So right here is Derek Anthony, and that's his birth date. Case Department of Health Services intermediate clerk allegedly stole 9,984 in unemployment benefits between May 6, 2020 and January 20th, 2022. Arraignment is set for November 20th in Department 30 of the Fultz Criminal Justice Center. And that was, I think, I don't know when that was. They were filed on October 9th and 10th. So it would have been 2025. I don't know why these are here. What are these here for? Oh, wait, right here. Archives. What date did I say again? November 6th. Wonder if it was November 6th, 2025. Maybe not. I'll look into that though. I'll see if he was actually convicted of it. I mean, if he was, grand theft, I mean, he should have still been in jail. They have a lot of stuff. Like they have a lot of like articles. So I mean, it might be in here somewhere. I might just have to dig for it a little bit more, but I will. So he did. So they said in the press conference today that what I took from it is basically like they were all similar, like they were all like the same wording. So they think that it's the same guy. That's what I took from it. Like there was three that notes altogether. TMZ got one, a CBS affiliate got one, and then like a local station got one. They really wasn't saying though. They were, but they weren't. It was a weird press conference. So, but he did say all of them were like written out the same. So to me, they're all. I don't think that any of those ransom notes are legit at all. Like not even a teeny tiny little bit. Like he said that they all had the 5 o'clock like time on there. I'm pretty sure the 5 o'clock deadline. Hey, citizen. So if they had the 5 o'clock deadline, I mean, there's nothing. We haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything. Let me go over to Bill's. Okay, he hasn't posted anything. Okay, let me go to Brandon real quick. See if because he's like right there. And see if he's saying anything. I guess Nancy Guthrie's son posted this right after the 5 p.m. ransom deadline. Oh, uh-oh.
Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking for the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you and we are waiting for contact.
I guess the kidnappers wouldn't care if the FBI knew because, I mean, obviously they send it into news organizations. So I was just thinking that, like, would they be mad because, like, the FBI knows now? But I don't think they do. You could tell he was reading from something too. Like, I would need you to be like, put this on, 20 times Zoom, like the paper I'm reading, because I wouldn't be able to read nothing. He did a good job. They're all trying to get their mom back. And, like they're ready. They say they're ready to talk, but you notice how they never say anything about the millions of Bitcoins, how many millions was he wanting? There was never a number on there. Millions in Bitcoin. Man. Insanity. Okay, so we'll go to this little timeline that I did. And then I'll go over to X and see what's going on over there, because I'm sure something will be going on. Okay, so this is going to be for January 31st, 2026. I keep want to say 2025, sorry. At 5:32 p.m. is when Nancy travels to the local family's home by Uber, and it's her daughter and her son-in-law. She stays over there until 9:48, and then the family drops Nancy off at the home, and the garage door opens up. And then at 9:50, the garage door closes. So they probably just, chit chat for a minute. She goes in, she gets out of the car. It might take them a minute to get her in the car. Okay, I'm going to assume that one of them had to have gotten out of the car to help her inside. She can only walk 50 yards. She's probably not jumping out of vehicles. So she probably needs someone to get her walker out for her. She probably needs someone to hold on to her walker while she, or maybe she could stand up by herself. I'm not going to say she can't, but sometimes you need someone to hold on to the front, so keep it balanced. So I'm assuming that her daughter or son-in-law would have done that, helped her into the house and then came back out. And that's probably maybe what the 2 minutes took, right, to get her in there from the car. I figured if we read these out, maybe they'll say more to us. So they didn't say she got dropped back off by the Uber, just that she got dropped off at their house by the Uber. Yeah, just that she got dropped off at the this is from the police. Like everything on here, this is exactly from the police is thing today. They had a screen and it had it on there. And I just took the date or the times and I just put what they put, and that's where this came from. So February 1st, 1:47 a.m., the doorbell camera disconnects. So to me, that means suspect is on the premises. He disconnects the camera. Now, whether he goes in right away or not, probably, because you'll see. At 2:12 a.m., so that's about 30 minutes later, software detects a person on camera. So maybe they do. Maybe they walk up to the house under the cloak of darkness or something, maybe they have like a mask or something on or whatever. And they take off the doorbell, the Ring doorbell camera, because the piece that it's on, like connected to, it's not broke or anything. It's just been like snatched off. And then they waited a little bit, maybe, and then maybe they went in, because at 2:12 a.m., that's when the software detects a person on camera, but there's no video available because there's no subscription. And I still don't understand why you can't look at her phone, because your phone will hold at least the last few videos. Unless they did something to the video where, like, say this is the camera. If it's motion activated and it starts recording, maybe they did that so many times and it just was pressing on the same thing. Like they were doing it with their hand real fast, like where you wasn't seeing their hand, but it would turn it on. And then it was just recording onto like a table or something, and onto nothing that was important. And they made it tape over it that way. But that would take so much time. And you would have to know exactly how many videos her phone would hold. Every camera is different. I don't know. That to me is just a little weird that, they actually, let me put her banner up. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's a little weird to me. Is it a little weird to you guys? And so I was saying the daughter dropped her off. But there's no video of it. Yeah, just detected on the camera. That's what we learned from the press conference today. And then 2:28 a.m., the pacemaker app shows that it disconnects from phone and the watch also. So that means she's, I don't know, 40 yards or a lot more. Isn't it like 40 yards for your AirPods or something? It's a distance. I mean, I'll tell you that it's a distance. Like I can walk out of my apartment, probably down the stairs, out the front door to the car. And I probably would be okay. I'd probably just be losing service then. And that's like going through walls and stuff too. So So then at 2:28 a.m., the pacemaker shows that it's disconnected from the phone. So to me, that says that's when she leaves the house. So they were there from 1:47 to 2:40 or 2:28, approximately like 45-minute window. That's a long time to go in and abduct an 84-year-old woman, even if she's immobile. You could carry her. I mean, even if she's, trying to get away from you, if there's more than one of you, you could carry her. I don't know how they got her out of the house. And then at 11:56, the family checks on Nancy. And then at 911 or at 12:03, 911 is called. So they're only in the house like a few minutes, like 7 minutes. And they're like, something's going on here. So to me, that almost says like maybe they walked up onto the porch and they saw the blood. And then they went in. Maybe Savannah, I don't know if Savannah was there yet, or maybe Annie and her husband and the brother. I don't know who's all there. Maybe one of the guys went in to check. Like I would think only one person probably went in to check. I would probably be, if this was me and my brother, I don't know. And this was our mom and I saw blood on the front porch, I would make my brother go and look and make sure. And like, you know what I mean? Like I would just be too scared. So then, at 12:15, that's when patrol arrives and then everything starts happening. And I have this one, the first one set back a little bit just in case we add anything up there. But, and I'll add on to this. I do have a full timeline. I want to go over this on the next live that we do when I'm not so tired and I can read through all of it because I'll show it to you. But it's just got like even her birth date, like when she was born. She's born in Fort Wright, Kentucky. And her husband, I don't know how long they were married, but he passed in 1988 of a heart attack. Like, this is a very in-depth. Like, even the ransom letter, here we go. They're treating the ransom letter as investigative lead. That might change, though. No proof of life. We knew all that. Okay. I can't believe he kept saying Monday morning quarterback. I was like, if he says Monday morning quarterback one more freaking time. He took Ashley Banfield's video off of here. It was down here. I don't know. She was only 16 when he died. I'm about to say, yeah, like, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because her mom's been, that's what I said. Like, her mom is used to, I would say, like, living on her own and being independent. And this is just terrible. Okay, so 54 minutes ago, Brian Enton said, the sheriff says he didn't know the Savannah Guthrie video was made until his wife showed him. Seems FBI is in control now. The deputies were canvassing the neighborhood, which they said that they were going to, but it says right now near Annie Guthrie's house. Okay. And then another deadline of next Monday. Yeah, who's going to want to keep somebody that long? I would think if you were doing a ransom, you'd want it to be like a quick transaction, right? I would want it to be a quick transaction. If this were me, and I wouldn't do anything like this, but if this were me, let's just think about it for a minute. You've got somebody that you may not know her. She's immobile. She's without her medication. She's wounded somehow, somewhere, somehow, some way. They're the FBI is involved. I mean, there's just so many different aspects. I would be like terrified. Now, what if, and I think they need to look at this Ransom guy, the guy about the ransom note. They really need to look into him and make sure that he's has only done the ransom note, because of the fact that it's not that far from California to drive over to Arizona, 6.5 miles or 6 hours or so in some places. What if, I mean, because I don't know, what if something happened in that house and it was supposed to be like a robbery and it went wrong? Heaven forbid, and something happened in that house, and then this person or persons took her out of the house. That's how she, gets off of she is disconnected from her devices, and that's why he's in the house so long, because he was, maybe in there. Maybe he had tied her up and put like tape on her mouth. I don't want to be like, really, but maybe something happened to her in the process. And then he decides to write this ransom note thinking like, you'll look over this way with the ransom and the money, and you won't think about her over here. I don't know. I'm just trying to spitball it, but I just don't know where you would take her. Like out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know Arizona very well. Wish I did. And welcome in, everybody. We don't know. I mean, I would think that they would know somehow, some way through her pacemaker. I would think. Like, because when I've looked it up, like, does your doctor get it? I know that my friend, his doctor used to get like his codes or whatever, like his charts. I would say so. I would say they would know. Okay, yeah, just seeing if there's anything else under Brian's. It doesn't say anything. When was 37 minutes ago? That was the video I showed you guys, Savannah's brother. So the stuff that's, I thought this was something else. Well, actually, you know what? Bitcoin guy, Bitcoin went down like 40% today or something, Vincent said, or some crazy percent. I forget exactly how much. It's probably not that much, but it was a lot. So, you probably didn't want, Bitcoin. People are just nuts. People are so incredibly, like, who would want, I ask myself this like question like every 5 seconds. That's where like, who would want to take an 84-year-old woman? Like, I don't know. I know my friends, his would communicate with the doctor. When I looked it up and I said, will your pacemaker like alert your doctor if it stops working, like if you die? And it said it would. It said it will send an alert to your doctor. So let's see what it says again. I'll look it back up again. Will your pacemaker send a message? They don't know what I mean. Probably not really a message. When you die. Okay, let's see. It's kind of morbid. Okay. Doesn't send an I have died message, but with modern remote monitoring, it will send data that effectively alerts your doctor, usually within 24 to 48 hours. That's not very good timing. I want my doctor to get that order a little quicker if I had a pacemaker. And it's like malfunctioning or something. I mean, 40, I'm going to be dead by that time. How long can your pacemaker go without working effectively? if the patient is not near their home transmitter or does not have a cellular enabled unit, the data may not reach the doctor immediately. It may only be reviewed during the next scheduled 90-day checkup. This is delayed notification, so. But it would still notify him, it would just be delayed, it said. Oh. Okay. Don't read about pacemakers. Those are sad. They're like, I mean, they're just, they make me sad. And then I was going to look and see if there's anything else on the live updates. Just the blood found. The man charged with the imposter note, ransom. And I think the brothers, no, it was the last. I think this is from earlier. Wow, they have the whole. I'm going to go through this really quick. This might help us. So this is like the whole family. So Annie Guthrie is Nancy's older daughter is Annie Guthrie, a poet and jeweler who was once the marketing director at the University of Arizona's Poetry Center, according to a 2013 profile in Women's Quarterly. She is the author of The Good Dark, a collection of poems published in 2015 by Tupelo Press. From her poetry and her Facebook page, Annie's specific interest is in oracular writing, a form of deviation script that positions the poet as a medium between humanity and the supernatural or the non-human world. You got to have a creative mind for that. We're going to call him Tom. Tomisio. Annie is married to Italian-born Tomisio, I think that's how I say it, an AP biology teacher at Basis Oro Valley in Tuscany. Like he's a biology teacher. He would not have put him at that. But according to his LinkedIn page, he has worked at the school for more than 15 years. Wow, that's a long time. He also is, or at least was, a bassist and vocalist in a local band, Early Black, which describes its genre as rock, post-punk, and shoegaze. 9 years ago, the band released an album, Life, Love, Murder. And apparently now deleted 2015 Facebook post from where he teaches at school features a profile about him who says he loves working at the school because he's able to share his passion for learning with students. The profile says that he was not a teacher. If he was not a teacher, he would prefer to be a rock star, and adds, but wait, I am a rock star. So I guess I'd be a what's this, herpetologist? What the hell is that? Oh, amphibian zoologist. Okay. Zach Lynn, drummer in the band Jimmy Eat World, spoke kindly of Annie and Tomasio on an X earlier this week. Annie and Tommy are amazing people, dedicated parents who love and care for Nancy on a daily basis, he wrote. Okay, Jimmy Eat World, drummer. But they do care for her on a daily basis. And that has to be hard, to do. I can imagine, but, but I did it. It's fulfilling in the end. So Savannah Guthrie, Nancy's second daughter, is prolific journalist and NBC's Today host. Savannah Guthrie. Throughout the 90s, Guthrie was a broadcaster at local cable affiliates in Montana, Missouri, and eventually Tucson, where she grew up. She spent 5 years working at the city's NBC affiliate, KVOA, before accepting the position at NBC's local affiliate in Washington, D.C. After returning to school and becoming a lawyer, she worked briefly in white-collar criminal defense and later as a clerk in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia before returning to journalism. Damn. Nancy wasn't lying when she said she knew the law. She's like, she knows the law. Like, she knows the law. I heard her say that today on like something, and I was like, how does she know the law that much just from like being a news anchor? But that's why. She's a lawyer. Didn't know that about her. Guthrie began as a legal analyst at the network in 2007. She served as a White House correspondent between 2008 and 2011 and briefly co-hosted an NSNBC show called The Daily Rundown between 2010 and 2011. Since then, she has anchored Today. Then we have Mark Fieldman, and that is Savannah's husband. The couple, married since 2014, have 2 children. Fieldman is a former Democratic political aide who worked in the Clinton-Gore White House, where he worked as a senior advisor and traveling chief of staff to Gore. He is now a business consultant and founding partner of FGS Global, an international communications consulting and advocacy firm. Notably, Fieldman was a consultant for actor Johnny Depp's legal team in his high-profile defamation suit against Amber Heard. Well, they're all pretty high profile, like all of them. And then we got Charles Guthrie, and he is the brother of Annie and Savannah. He is a retired military. He flew the F-16s. We have an Instagram post. There it is. Let's say I remember seeing the Instagram post. This is him like flying his last time. Pretty neat. You know, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Where were we at? I have like so many pages open. I'm like, where were we? Okay. And he retired from the military, flying this weekend, and we're so honored to see his last flight. She wrote in the post, I have never been more proud of my big brother. He has flown for our country for 26 years and continues to serve proudly in the Green Mountain Boys, the Vermont Air National Guard. He is the pride of our family and one of the country's finest. Well, that's nice that they say nice stuff about each other. I was seeing what was up here. They're all about her. I mean, you take someone's mom that's a news anchor, and this is what's going to happen, I guess. I mean, they're all going to kind of come at you, you know. I know that there's a lot of people that are missing in this world that don't get the coverage that they deserve. Oh, NBC political. Yeah, could be. We're just reading the chat. That's what I said, Ladybug. I think it could be a family member too of someone that works for. I mean, they would know the cameras and stuff. They could but they need to look at this guy with the ransom note too, because it's just weird. I just don't understand. It has to be drugs, because there's nothing. I mean, not even somebody that's out of their mind would be doing this with that much detail. Like putting it really wasn't because it was out there, but but putting the floodlights, that's a little detailed. The Apple Watch, little detailed, not really. I mean, I don't know, but you could tell the FBI guy was like over it, because people kept asking him the same question, like, and then coming back to it. And I was like screaming in the microphone today. I was like, for the love of God. I was like, he just answered that. It was kind of crazy. So it's just, yeah. It's just been crazy. Hey, Sandra. Look at all of them. Yeah. I wonder who they said that they did talk to the pool person and the lawn care guy or something. They were saying, look at the house, like the person that cleans the house. Look at their family. I don't know. Just don't be looking at their family if you don't need to. But you know what I mean? Like, not you guys, the police. Because I don't know. I don't know. Something gives me there's just something weird here. And I mean, not the fact that, the fact that she's been, kidnapped, that's weird. That's horrific. But it's like, it seems like there's just something else. Like, wonder why they went back to the house. I think it's because the FBI wanted to go in. I think that they wanted their turn. I think they were like, okay, you guys, you let a news correspondent walk up to the freaking the door, like, and videotape some blood on the porch. Like, I don't think they liked that. So I think that's why they put the tape back up. And they did say, for the reporters to give them some room. And someone in the chat was even like, they're talking about Brian. And I'm like, they are probably. I mean, we love Brian around here, but still, I can't believe he walked up there. I wouldn't be able to do it. The drone I could probably do. Ashley, you should have heard me all night. I've been saying all kinds of stuff. Yeah, she did have the Apple Watch on. I saw it in I think it's the one I posted today. The one I posted earlier or last night. She had it on. I noticed it. I mean, I wear mine every day, all day, every single minute, and my Oura ring. But even if they took that stuff off of me, what are you going to do with all my metal? Like, I'm not telling y'all no more where it's all at. I'm gonna get some more put in somewhere hidden now. Now I gotta hide it because I told you guys where it all was. Because I mean, yeah, they put serial numbers on everything, even your teeth. Like, even some of your, like, I think your implants have them. Like, there's one on this. I can feel it. Oh, he's got paws, yeah. Really, A. Higgins? Oh, I didn't watch the Nancy Grace one. Is she? Banfield. I used to like her. But like when it was just, it got me with the Michael McKee thing. That really grinded up my gears a little bit. And then when I saw yesterday, now today, she has 2 million views on a video that's complete. I mean, they came out and said, that was not right. That was not right. That was not right. We don't know who's saying this. Yeah, y'all do. Call him out by name. Sheriff. Sheriff's been talking to everybody. That sheriff has been talking to everybody. He knows who he knows. He knows. He should have said it. He should have said it today. In my personal, humblest opinion. Because if it was a YouTuber, and she's just a YouTuber now, I don't know, we gotta get that in our head. But like, if it was a YouTuber, they get called out. Yeah. Probably not too many ways they can admit that they helped with the video, but they did say they helped him. I think yeah, that's what I was saying, Ashley. That's what I said that the other day. I was like, she can do whatever she wants because she's just like me. You guys are all channel holders. Everybody in here is a channel holder. Don't matter if you have 1 subscriber, 0, or 20,000. It doesn't matter because you can gain them. You can gain them. And I'm like, I was just thinking of the money because I think I have 2 million views maybe on my channel. No, I think I have more than that, but I know. I unsubscribed today. I was so mad. I unsubscribed. I was like, I'm unsubscribing. See, look at you, 39 subscribers, never made a video. See? Casey's got a wall and everything. Community post. You can probably post over there. I don't know if you can post. Can you? Or it does have a certain amount. I can't remember. The C 39, that's a start. I remember when I had 39. I remember when I had 1 person in my chat every day. And it was this lady and her grandson would come in and talk to me before the live would start, before I would get all like worked up. And I just thought it was the cutest thing. And when he wouldn't come in, which was not very often, I would be like kind of sad. So I'm like, oh, where's my buddy? Like, because I made a video one time because it was the Kylie Rodney case, Kylie Rodney case, and I just had some stuff I wanted to say. I didn't think about like gaining subscribers or anything like that. I really did it. I really did it at all. I didn't. I'm trying to think of whenever I like actually was like, okay, maybe this will work. But I still haven't thought that way. I'm still thinking, I'm still like, are we doing this? Hey, Happy Cappy, seven's more than 0. Make a video, maybe somebody will watch. They're fun to do. I need to get into the mindset of doing more pre-recorded videos. My short form content on TikTok, I'm getting a lot of views over there. It's like, I don't know. I guess they like the coverage. I was like, well, thank you. If you didn't see it though, earlier we did, Savannah Guthrie's brother came out and posted, we went over that. So 2 different people, but I don't know. Nancy Guthrie's neighbor lives behind her, is requesting to speak to investigators. Oh my gosh, that's what I was going to do tonight. And I forgot. I was going to ask, I wanted to look at the area. We'll have to do this on our next live. I wanted to look at the area and see if there was a road behind her house and how far it was to her house from the road. Because I was thinking, what if the car parked like a road over and then walked, kind of like the Tepe murders, and they kind of like walked over there, so that way they wouldn't leave tire impressions. Although I don't know how they would get her. Like as if it wasn't that far, they could get her to the car. But I wanted to see how far it was. But I guess 2 different people are saying. This person says a neighbor whose backyard touches Nancy Guthrie's backyard just told reporters outside the home that she came to try and report a tip to detectives. She would not elaborate, but said she saw something and wanted to report it. What's this? Oh, this is the title insurance. Okay, it's just talking about their house. Okay. Sorry. I forgot about Brian responded to Nerdy saying sources informed me that they found shoe prints belonging to Brian Enton on the property. Just made me giggle saying that. Okay, so I guess that's all of it. I guess all I see. I'm trying to see if there's anything on Twitter, X. No, somebody's just saying what I've been saying about you don't need a paid subscription for your phone to hold some of the images. Now, I wonder why she didn't have the subscription. Like that should have been something that was just like set up and taken out of her account every like month. You know what I mean? Like when they set the cameras up for her, whoever set them up, I'm assuming her kids set those cameras up for her, or I'm assuming her kids. I think it was her kids. I think they wanted like, some just peace of mind and knowing that mom's okay. Or maybe she bought them and she set them up herself. That could be it though too. Not like set them up herself, but had her people do it. That's what I meant. Okay. Does it say anything else? Uh-oh, my dog's gonna bark. Sorry, hold on. Sorry. I have to tell her it's okay. I don't know if you can hear her, but it's okay, Mia. There's a dog that lives downstairs, and when this lady comes home every night, she like lets her dog out. Of course, I mean obviously, but her dog barks. It's a golden doodle, and it just barks and barks and barks. And then Mia hears it, and as soon as she hears one sniff out of that dog, she's like, "Row, row." She barks. So me too, baby girl. I think it was too. I think it was her kids, just to be like, just want to make sure you're okay, mom. But I don't see anything else. Let me type her name again because I'll get off here. Something happened. I forget who it was. It was I can picture her in my hair, in my head. I had blonde hair. Charlotte, the little girl that was found. I don't know, but that wasn't Charlotte. No, it was one. It was like we had gone off the live, and like 20 minutes later, she had been found. Yeah, nothing else. So tomorrow I'll be on. I have to get up extra early tomorrow, so I'm gonna jump off of here. Sorry, I'm not like with it tonight. I'm like I'm thinking about what I have to do tomorrow and tonight at the same time because I have to be up in Columbus at 7:40 in the morning. 7:40. Why did I do that to myself? Should have known better. Why did I say I'll be the first one in at 8 o'clock? I live like, I don't even know how, an hour and so away. Let's see. I forget. I used to go up to this hospital, this part of the hospital. This is another part. I used to go up there all the time. I used to have actually a surgeon on each floor. They have 5 floors. A surgeon, and I think I had 2 on one. And yeah, I'm going back up. What are we doing here? There it is. 57 miles, an hour and 3 minutes. That's what it says right now. Watch, when I go down to the car, it'll say an hour and 15 minutes. I know. I leave early. I have to leave it early. I just want to hit that cancel button. There's you can go in through Ohio State has a my chart thing and you can go in and you can cancel your appointments. It's tempting, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to ride this wave out strong because I don't think I have anything next week except for the 16th or the 12th or something like that. I have something, physical therapy. So I'll just get some coffee at the coffee. I made Vincent a little coffee bar for his birthday. It's really pretty actually. And I'll make some coffee and go. That is early. It's so gross. Oh, but I'm glad that my my radio thing came today. So at least my radio will work. So I can listen to my phone. That was terrible. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go and rest. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. We were 1 away from the next number up, 23.9K, I think we're almost at. So if you guys could subscribe, that'd be great. If you're into true crime, that's what we talk every evening on the channel or during the day, whenever we need to pop in. Sometimes it's multiple streams if there's things going on. But if you're into true crime, you like to hear about different cases, all the cases, all of them. I feel like we cover a lot of them. But if you want to listen to a lot of different cases, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and all of those things. And tomorrow, I'll be back on to see you guys. So have a wonderful evening and make sure your doors are locked and you stay safe and your cameras are on. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this